Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching, listening to this, I want to thank you. My name is Cornelius, and this is Cornelius, and this is Dr.oz. As of right now, March 10th, there are now over 30 deaths in the United States of the coronavirus. As of right now, there are over 1,000 people infected in our country with the coronavirus. There's a lot of people saying that they shouldn't be frightened, they shouldn't be panicked right now. As of right now, you should be worried and you should be panicked. In this video right here, I'm gonna give you the 5 reasons why you should be worried of the coronavirus and why it will affect you directly or indirectly. So let's get in the video. Top 5 reasons why you will be affected with the coronavirus. The stock market crashing. With so many concerned with the coronavirus going around, it was only a matter of time before the stock market crashed. And not only did it crashed the lowest it has since 2008. Let that sink in, guys. Ugh. But there's more. Not only did the stock market crash, a lot of experts are telling us right now there's a 50-50 chance that there is a recession coming up in the near future. If that's not a reason to be alarmed, let's take a trip back down memory lane. Back in 2010, there was an estimated 10 to 15 million people without jobs. To put that in a rough estimate today, there's about 5 million people without jobs. Huge difference. That recession was caused by the housing market crashing. But sometimes you better get out before you can't. Hint, hint. Number four, the potential of a lockdown. With only a few number of countries locking their borders early on, Italy, a country with a population of 60 million, has placed all citizens on mandate lockdown. So what that means? No school, no sporting events, no restaurants or bars, no social gatherings of any sort. There is even a cutoff amount of people you can have in a grocery store at one time. Italy was one of the first countries to respond to the coronavirus, has seen its death toll skyrocket over the past days. We're talking about a country as big as Arizona, but a population of New York and California put together. So many Americans are asking the question today, are we next? The answer is yes. Donald Trump has already put a ban of going to any European countries at the moment and closed our borders off to any country with a positive outbreak. The NBA has canceled its play on the courts after Rudy Gobert tested positive for the virus. The NCAA tournament is being played without any fans and has only limited its games to family members only. Many companies are urging employees to work from home if they can, and many schools are beginning to close. We are in unprecedented times, especially when over 80% of Americans live week to week. A potential of missing work for a week or 2 weeks with no PTO or sick time off leads for catastrophic turn of events. Good luck, guys. Good luck. Which leads to my third point. Number 3, ill prepared. The United States is one of the few countries that does not require employers to give out sick days. Currently, about 1 out of 4 Americans has access to sick days. With this new crisis, it has brought a new light to the subject, with lawmakers now scrambling to come up with new bills for potential loans for small businesses so they're able to pay sick employees if they're quarantined. As of right now, there are over 350 million Americans in the United States. I say that only to say the coronavirus has hit us out of nowhere, completely left field, new territory for all of us. As of today, we don't even have enough tests to ensure our communities are safe and people are properly diagnosed. We have a lot of wrong information going around. You have one side saying it's doomsday, buy everything in sight. You have the other side, people like Dr.oz saying things like this.
Your flu shot, way more likely to kill you than corona. Now, corona is a serious thing for people that are in infectious disease and epidemiology. They need to put this thing to rest. They will. And all we have to do is follow their directions. But the panic that the press is creating is unconscionable.
I think a lot of folks feel out of sorts that they're just being told to not panic. How do you not panic? What does that look like? The worst thing when you're stressed out is to have nothing to do that might change your predicament. That's how you create hardening of the arteries in animals. So we're basically doing it to a lot of the American population.
So we shouldn't panic, or we should panic. We should panic. I'm panicking.
The thing you do is to act like we're supposed to on the things we can affect and not worry about the things we can't influence. So can I change how contagious coronavirus is? Not really. Can I change who gets it? Yes. And since I know that I and other healthy people without chronic illnesses are going to do just fine with coronavirus, why get all worked up about it? The smart thing to do is make sure that grandma doesn't get coronavirus, because when she gets it with her cardiovascular disease or diabetes or her cancer history, that could be a catastrophe.
Another thing this crisis has definitely put a spotlight on is our trades with China. We import everything. What happened? We don't have the necessary supplies to treat our sick because we can't get the goods from China in time. That's when things get serious. And it's time that we start looking into things like this so we don't have to run into problems like this ever again. Just my opinion. Number 2, no vaccine. No matter if you walk around with a hazmat suit or you think this is another made-up panic caused by the media, we can all agree on one thing. We don't want it. There is no vaccine for the highly contagious cousin of the flu virus. Just give you a heads up. Vaccines usually take many years to create, as it has to go through many stages before it can be used on a human. We don't have time. People, the deaths are adding up. And the worst thing you can do is rush something that take years into weeks, especially something you have no clue on how it will react to anyone's body. In Great Britain right now, they're paying upwards of $4,500 to volunteers to be injected with the virus. So scientists can observe while quarantine. While quarantined, the volunteers have no contact with the outside world. And let's be honest, would you rather have the virus or a mix from our government that we rushed? Something to think about. Oh, hey there. You must be looking for number 1. You already know who it is. Number 1, Donald Trump. The one, the only, Donald J. Trump. I wish I could sit up here and say I had a detailed take, but no. Donald has done some things right, closing the border to all Asian countries when everyone thought it was too early. Great. No. Fantastic job. But the inability to lead a country shows every time he opens his mouth. At this point, I question Donald Trump, because he would rather take his opportunity to attack the Democratic Party instead of praying for fellow Americans that deal with situations he would never know about. Donald Trump's 2020 campaign relies on how he handles this situation. Talking to his financial advisors on how to combat the loss of work and help and find a cure while providing for those currently sick should be his only 2 concerns at this point. No 2020 campaign, no Twitter, no jabs at Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe as he likes to call him, and Crazy Bernie. It's time to grow up and put things to the side, Donald Trump. This is a very serious thing, and we need a leader to lead us. So there you have it, the top 5 reasons why the coronavirus would affect you indirectly or directly. So guys, I'm going to put on the screen a couple of ways you can check for your symptoms. If you're feeling sick, please go get checked. This is not a game. Do not listen to the people telling you not to take this seriously. This is very serious. It's very contagious. It does not like old people It seems to overlook younger people, but still, this is something you should be very concerned about. Not only for you, but everyone in your household. Like I said, I'm gonna put on the screen a couple of things you can go do to protect yourself, and look out for the symptoms, please. Like I said, if you're feeling sick, go get checked out immediately. This is not a game. My name is Cornelius, and this is Through My Eyes. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, leave a like. You didn't like it, leave a dislike. If you want to comment, you got any suggestions on how people can protect themselves, you got any updates, please leave them in the comment section. This is very serious, guys, and I take this very serious, and you should as well too. God bless. Through my eyes.